Okay, I keep saying I'm going to make a video about something that I just feel that needs to be said. And I'm sitting in here in my pajamas watching the news, and everybody's flipping out on these Roe versus Wade stuff and abortion. And I just have to say something. There's somebody that's forgotten in all of this, on both sides, Republicans and Democrats. When the Republicans are saying, "Oh, it's a baby," and yes, I'm not pro-abortion. I'll get to that later. But yes, it's a baby, and oh, they've taken a life, and this and that. And then you see the people on the left saying it's a woman's right, yada yada yada. But here's who they're forgetting about: the woman who actually makes that choice and what it does to them. A lot of them, most of them, are not happy about what they did. To the fact that most women usually don't talk about it. There's not even a word for a woman who's had an abortion, right? Is there? If you've had an abortion, is there a name for you? No, there is not. Do women say, "Oh yeah, I've had an abortion," or 2 or 3? It's like no big deal. I don't know. Maybe on the far left, they all think it's no big deal, but most women don't talk about it. It's not something that you're proud of. And it's those women and those people that we also have to protect. The ones that have had abortions. And by the way, you're forgiven if you've had one, okay? But the women who just think it's okay to march right down and have an abortion, you got to know what it might do to you, and then also learn what you're actually aborting. I think that's also something, but that's a whole other topic. But no one is sticking up for women in general. So when you see these loons on the left jumping up and down saying, "You're right, yada, yada, yada," well, why don't you... Those are my peacocks. They're agreeing with me, aren't they? But anyway, you see these women jumping up and down on the left saying we must protect their rights. Well, why don't we protect those women? And a lot of them are going to struggle with that decision for the rest of their life. It's not like getting a boob job or getting false eyelashes or a decision like that. It's a very serious one. And for you on the left making it like it's no big deal, and then us on the right saying, yes, we need to protect the unborn, but we need to protect the women who might be faced with that decision and what it can do to them, and we need to think of them as well. So it affects these unforgotten people of the women who actually do have the abortion. And I know that some men who our fathers also suffer that didn't want an abortion either. But anyways, about the woman, because you're the one who actually has to do it. Planned Parenthood advocates for abortion. They push it on women. And you know why I know? Because I was faced with the choice. And I went to Planned Parenthood because I just wanted to know. I didn't have insurance, so I went. And yes, I was pregnant. I thought I was going to marry my boyfriend. And they immediately tried to get me to get an abortion. They wanted to sign me up right then, schedule an appointment, push it on me. And I'm like, no, I love my boyfriend. I'm going to marry him. No, that's not why I came in. I thought this was healthcare. I wanted to know my healthcare options, not terminate. And I understood what it was, what I had in me. There was no way. But how many women get talked into it? And then later in life, when they do have a child, regret and wonder about their first baby. When I was giving birth to my daughter, and literally my feet were up in the straps, and I was thinking, wow, I'm about to give birth to a baby, and I'm unwed, and I was scared to death. But I thought I would have been more terrified to be doing this in the same position and somebody terminate my child. I thought, wow, do I feel sorry for any woman that has made such a choice? I thought they must be more brave than me, because I was more scared of having an abortion. So when my little girl was just learning to talk, and I had a book open, I was working on a college paper or something. It was for biology. And there was a picture of that fetus, the one where everybody says, oh, it's just cells. Not everybody, they try to say it's cells, don't worry about it. It looks like a worm, or it's ugly. And this little girl who Planned Parenthood wanted to terminate her life, and other people in my life at the time, and society, that little girl learning how to talk walked up to the picture, and she pointed to the picture. I wasn't really quite paying attention, and she said, BB, BB, to that weird form-looking worm thing, the fetus. My little girl, Planned Parenthood wanted to abort, saw the little fetus, and she also knew it was a baby. She even knew. So my point of this video is, we also need to stick up for the women that are going to be talked into, the women that don't think they have another choice. They don't think about adoption or other things. Those are the people we also have to stick up for, to be against abortion. Because I know there's many women that regret it later in life, and it affects them deeply. So when these crazy women on the left, including Kamala, whatever you want to call her, Harris, jumping up and down and screaming, it's your right, it's your right. And I want to scream right back and go, yes, I guess it is your right to do whatever you want to your body, but just make sure you know what you're doing. And you got to realize you're probably going to hurt that woman later. Most of them. Yes, there's some women who don't care. Some women that have multiple abortions. Okay, fine. I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about the majority of women who regret it and wonder or what have you. Let's also address that. They also get hurt. So yes, we terminate a life, but we also horribly affect the woman who chose that chose abortion or will choose abortion. We have to speak to them. We have to make sure they understand what they're doing. And we have to stick up for them too. So that's my 2 cents. It's the women who've had abortions and are going to have abortions. They also will be casualties of abortions. You got to think of them too. Just remember that. They're the lost souls in all this. Thank God I'm a stubborn, outspoken woman, because Planned Parenthood could have talked me into doing something that I'm sure I would feel really bad for the rest of my life. And I think I said it earlier, if someone has had an abortion, they are forgiven. You are forgiven. But let's also get abortion back, the rights or whatever, voted on, and just see how many Americans are pro doing such a thing. And also think about a woman and what she might do. Maybe help them out a little bit. Maybe make them think twice instead of making them think like it's just going down and getting a boob job. Should make a joke. I mean, I guess I'm trying not to cry. But anyway, that's my point. The women who actually get abortions are also victims of abortion. Thanks.